Welcome. Joe Volpe, publisher of Corriere Canadese, North America's only Italian-language daily newspaper, on behalf of Go Live and Corriere Can Media Group, with the comment of the day. We're still in the throes of the SNC-Lavalin scandal and the so-called trust factor, so that's what we're going to talk about. So, reestablishing the trust factor. It's been a hard lesson learned. Prime Minister Trudeau has lost not one but two cabinet ministers, in part because his principal advisors misread and mishandled cabinet dynamics. But the suffering is not over yet. Fortunately for him, Trudeau is still able to manifest leadership. But it starts with demonstrating decisiveness. No prime minister can be captive of any issue or any single minister. He may be primus inter pares, but he carries the responsibility for the entire country and the lives of each and every citizen. Politics is and should be about both the country and its citizens. If any advisors or administrators need to be reminded of that, a new broom should sweep them out. No questions asked. Clean house. There is never a balance between the rule of law and public policy. The two are not mutually exclusive. Capable, competent advisors on the political and administrative side know when retail politics and the big picture may push up against legal frameworks. They develop strategies to inform the leader and still safeguard the system and its abilities to serve the country's long-term interests. At the Corriere Canadese, we're not yet sure that Trudeau's ministers have grasped that concept. Nor, for that matter, have we been impressed with the opposition responses to that vacuum. Now, if SNC-Lavalin affair, or the bungling thereof, has been all about the jobs, some 9,000 in total according to Gerald Butts, Trudeau's former principal secretary, but over 10,542 as per SNC-Lavalin's website, then what are we to think about the over 500,000 jobs filled by undocumented workers and their families in Ontario alone? Do they and their children count? Or are they outside the law because they have no status and no one, including the Minister for Immigration, can lobby on their behalf? Is it reasonable to turn these well-employed, some are self-employed, workers, about 50,000 and more in the construction industry alone, into ghost workers whose labor allows thousands of others in the economy to thrive? Gerald Butts may have had Canada's best interest at heart when he thought about the SNC problem. He's ignored the earnings and contributions of the tens of thousands of jobs the undocumented created and sustained. Interestingly, that net of concern wrapped around Jody Wilson-Raybould, but not around her colleagues Nav Baines in industry, Patricia Hadriou, employment and workplace development, or Ahmed Hussein in immigration. Maybe it's a mere oversight. However, under his watch, the only connection to the human resources shortfall in Ontario were related to some pilot projects involving post-secondary international visa students. Well, now that he's gone, that is, Gerald Butts, a more adroit and compassionate filter of issues and people will have to be found to inform the Prime Minister of the contributions of hundreds of thousands of men and women who toil to create an ambitious future for the country, even as it turns their back onto their contribution. These economic contributions are integral to the economic health of Ontario and to the mainstay of respect for the rule of law, which underpins sound demographic policy. By refusing to address the issues that are totally within the realm of his ministry to rectify, Minister Hussein is compromising the legitimacy of workers and of their employers. He's nurturing an environment where to scofflaw will be viewed as, this is the way the world operates, a la SNC-Lavalin. Resolve the problem before it eats the minister and swallows the government. Joe Volpe, thanking you for listening, inviting you to stay on for commentary in Italian and subsequently in English, and to follow us on social media. After these messages, we'll return.